Hi, I'm Ski with Pete. Today we're looking at the Light Strike Optic Switch from Bloody Keyboards. Bloody Keyboard sent me this. It seems pretty cool. This is an RGB keyboard. RGB self-customized RGB animation. I think there's some software I gotta get for this. There's preloaded RGB lighting. There's anti-ghost mode. It's a 0.2 millisecond response switch because it's optically driven. It's got the LK Optic Red switch. Best for gamers, silent gun typing effect. That's what it says there, silent gun. All right, cool. That's bloody.com, or you can go into the about section below and find a link to this. I like this too, LK. So they've got, they got a baseball fan. The K for strike, you know what I'm saying? They got a baseball fan who's working there. Bloody, I'd never heard of Bloody before, but they seem pretty cool. They reached out to me to make this review, and I thought I would. This is the B820 full-size keyboard. Let's have a little look around the box. So around the front of the box, just the same sort of stuff that you'd normally expect. Made in China, optic switch. Around the back of the box, doesn't really, actually this is the front of the box. Doesn't really say anything different. Requirements: Windows XP, Vista 7, 8, 8.1, and 10. No Mac support or Linux support on this one. Nothing too exciting around that side. But let's take a quick look at the back of the box. Light Strike Technologies. Innovative LK optic switch uses optic switch to react lightning. Oh, lightning? Lightning speed. I thought it was just, I didn't think there was an E there. Lightning speed with extreme 0.2 millisecond key response, which is ultra durable with 100 million keystrokes and maintain the same tactile feedback, or no tactile feedback in this version. No double click, the output is zero bouncing. Lightning speed response, LK optic switch. What else? RGB lighting, you can see that there's some software that you can program for all that. Spill resistant nano coating. Huh. There's nano coating over the PC board to protect the PCB from corroding. Wet air or caustic chemicals prolonging your keyboard lifetime. Interesting. Smart water flow system, so the water flows out. Screw enhanced space bar. Dual screws, dual springs, balancing bar. Gunmetal aluminum alloy panel. We'll see about that. The 7-color indicator backlit, anti-ghost gaming mode. And as you can see here, it's a full-size keyboard. It's got that same damn font, though, it looks like. We'll see as we get inside this. So an optic switch, unlike a Cherry MX switch, has light passing down through the switch. So what these do, as the switch is depressed, it actually blocks the light being passed through a channel. That's how optic switches work. And of course, they react at the speed of light as opposed to the relativistic speed of copper and electrons. As you can see, this is actually my first entrance into this board. I've not been inside or seen it before. Just cut open those stickers to show my way inside. Oh, look at this little plastic thing over the top. First off, we've got the quick guide. The quick guide tells you some function keys to get you up and going. I'm sure I'm going to be looking at those in just a second. There are 6 preset RGB lighting modes, function F12 without a driver. So that's how we'll start, and we'll get on to the other ones after that. It also comes with one of these crappy keycap pullers. These are pretty crappy. And of course, this one comes with, these kind of like differently shaped. Oh, they're not differently shaped. They're the same sort of shape, but they're a little bit rubbery. These keycaps, these double shot. These are WASD replacement keys. So you can see that there's WASD and some other keys. We'll play with those in a bit. Also, you'll notice on the back here is a braided USB cable. It's pretty nice, but it is non-removable. Let's just do a quick walk around the board here. So this is a full-size board. It's got that aluminum top sheet. The back is plastic. Ooh, and these, look, they flip out sideways. It does have rubber stoppers the front and back, so you don't need to tip it up in order to get those. Oh, those are those water channels. I don't know if you can see that. That's actually a hole that leads into the keyboard right there. That's those water channels so the water can flow out. This is my first time with an optic switch, so there's the key depression is a little bit shorter than you'll find on a Cherry. It feels a little bit shorter, not by much, but by enough that it's a little noticeable. There's that space bar, which is a little bit unusual. We'll take a look at that in a second, but first let's get in and look at these keycaps and exactly what you got here. Okay, so the first thing to say is that that's some sort of like a box switch. Of course, it's unlike anything that you would have seen made by Cherry or anybody else. It's just got a different shape to it, and of course at the back you can see that little LED there. That's going to be the RGB LED. These do look like they're Cherry profile though, Cherry MX compatible that is. And this is a double shot keycap, but again it's using that non-contiguous font. That non-contiguous font is really popular amongst the budget or lower end keyboards. I would say these are pretty much going to be ABS keycaps. It's not to say that they're not good enough quality to start, but it's definitely something that you could consider replacing in the near future. You notice that you do get a standard bottom row here, so it's easy enough to find replacement keycaps for this. You also get a full-size keyboard, but it's a little bit unusual. What's a little bit unusual about it is that these keys are usually over here, but they're moved over, so you get a bit of a display there. In here you can see it says Bloody LK Gaming Keyboard Infrared Optic Shaft. Again, it's pretty cool. I want to check out this spacebar. I don't really know what's going on with it. It feels unlike any spacebar I've ever really dealt with before. Oh, and it looks like it's got I just can't quite tell what the heck is going on here. No, it's not coming up. I don't know if it's screwed down, if what they were trying to tell me was it's screwed all the way down. But that is not coming off of there. Not easily anyways. It's got a couple of extra springs. You see there's a spring there. A spring there. No, that is not coming up. So while it has a standard bottom row, that spacebar doesn't look like it's going to be easily replaced. So that is something to keep in mind. I'll be honest, the feel of this keyboard is pretty good. I'm actually gonna flip those two up because I do like a more angled keyboard. That's probably a little better for me. Okay, let's plug it in, see what happens. Oh, that is definitely RGB. And they said function F12 for the different modes. Neat. Cool. So those are your basic modes, and then of course we can go much deeper. RGB animation. There you go. Okay, so if I do this, and then I do function 4. Function 5, yeah, okay, you can see that it's changing the animation wave. Let's do this. Long red, long green. So function 1 is long red, 2 is long green, 3 is long blue. Let's just see what lets me change here. Oh, look, all I can change is which key activates it. What about per button? Is this what it's saying? Oh yeah, okay. So let's say I do the select profile standard, gaming 2. So if I wanted to choose gaming 2, then I could configure a bunch of buttons and I could make WASD. What could I do with them? Keyboard. Oh look, the keyboard's just popped up. Not sure what this is doing. Press W and it disappeared. Oscar Macro 2 would let you look at. There's a lot of depth here. So you could do MMO, FPS, Office combinations. You could set up combos. Again, a programmable keyboard is always going to be superior. And look, you can turn it into repetitive attack, auto attack and run. You can do macros, records, all that sort of stuff. And there's the cool. The software looks, I mean, it looks pretty good. You know, this doesn't look like a fly-by-night sort of thing. This looks pretty much the sort of thing that you'd expect from a, you know, the software from Cooler Master isn't much different from this. So I got to say, pretty well done to the guys at Bloody Keyboards. Well, that has been the B820R from Bloody Keyboards. Thank you very much, Bloody, for sending me through this optic switch keyboard. It's pretty cool. There's obviously a lot more depth than what I can cover in a short video like this, but there's some cool software. There's a good quality build keyboard. I'm not really sure what's going on with this spacebar. I probably will reach out to my contact just to find out a bit more about it, but overall, that's pretty cool. A fully programmable, light or optic-based cherry-compatible keyboard at this price point. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and with that standard bottom row, it means you can replace some other keycaps, put some other keycaps on there. That's pretty awesome. Well, just as I'm saying that, I'm just going to go ahead and swap out the... I got some other ones in here too, actually. You could even replace the F key if you wanted to. I just thought that was pretty cool. Definitely gives it a different feel for the game controllers. So you can see down in there, look what's happened. I've yanked one of the switches right out. So that's exactly what the switch looks like. And what it's doing, the laser is passing through from one side to the other. Put it in front of this so you can see the light. Oh wait, I'll put it there. That's how it works, just like that. So there's a little laser, and I can't see it with my eye here, but there's a little laser that's shooting through that hole on switch 54. And so what this does is it interrupts that line of sight. There we go. It interrupts that line of sight there. And when you press the key, of course, it activates it. That's how it works. Let me just ring us on out with a bit of a typing test at the end here. But just before I go, thank you again to Bloody Keyboards for sending this awesome keyboard in on through. Thanks very much to you for checking it out today. Don't forget you can support this channel in the About section below, or you can find links to this keyboard there too. If you want to support this channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee, or you can do it through Patreon. Thank you to everybody who does support this channel. If you have any comments or questions about this board, go check out the comment section below. Check if anybody else has asked the same question or if somebody's given the answer, but then ask away. Let me know if you have any thoughts or opinions, if you own one of these boards or if you're thinking about getting one. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to press subscribe, and we will see you guys again soon. But for now, here's a typing test of this just to ring you on out.